Yogi Bhajan's confrontation with Sikh Sangats abroad. Yogi Bhajan, in his mad zeal to capture power and Gurudwara managements, lustily continued his gangster campaign of confrontation with the Sikh Sangats in the UK, the US, and in Canada. In England, he addressed the Sikh Sangats, shouting and bullying them, calling them names and apostates, and the Sangat reacted so strongly that they refused him to speak. Then, through the good offices of Mr. G.S. Gill, a hotelier, and his partner in many of his business and political deals, he made his appearance for an apology. He unashamedly shouted at people and then made an abject surrender. When he started feeling that his shouting and blackmailing tactics had boomeranged on him. Shakespeare aptly described such behavior. And thus I clothe my naked villainy with old odd ends stolen our holy wit, and seem a saint when mostly I play the devil. Shakespeare. Yogi Bhajan also applied unscrupulous gangster tactics to forcibly occupy Sikh temples with an ulterior motive to prevent any religious and cultural understanding between the American Sikhs and the Indian Sikhs. He was sure that his business of exploiting the American Sikhs depended on keeping the pot of his confrontation boiling, so that the American Sikhs, instead of seriously devoting themselves to Sikh studies, may constantly be involved in open battles and litigations. He had lost all the cases in the legal battle aimed at capturing New York Richmond Hill Gurudwara. In order to defeat the sinister designs of Yogi Bhajan to capture New York Richmond Hill Gurudwara, the Sikh Cultural Society, Incorporated, New York, passed unanimously the following resolution in its general body meeting on May 14th of 1978. And it says, whereas this body feels that the practice of Kundalini and Tantric Yoga and the application of dictatorial provisions of the Constitution of the Sikh Dharma Brotherhood are inconsistent with the Sikh tenets and democratic principles of Sikhism. It is resolved that any person or organization who or which professes such beliefs shall not be a member of this society. The above resolution, along with 6-page letter, was dispatched by the Sikh Cultural Society, Incorporated, New York, to the SGPC, DSGMC, Chief Khalsa Divan, all the Takats, and Sikh institutions. But instead of being cautious, these institutions have not only honored Yogi Bhajan from their own stages by violating the commandments of the Sikh gurus, recorded in Adi Guru Granth and Rihatnamas, not to associate with Tantric Saktas, but Professor Manjit Singh, former Jathadar of Akal Takht, forced the entry of these Tantric Saktas in the sanctum sanctorium of Harmandir Sahib, or the Golden Temple, on March 11th of 1996, in exchange for his frequent pleasure trips to the USA, and settling his kith and kin in the USA. When our self-styled saviors are selling the lofty principles of Sikhism for pleasure trips and share the ill-gotten money of a Tantric Sakta, Yogi Bhajan, it is the duty of the Sikh Sangats to impeach such unscrupulous greedy Jathadars for misusing the name of Sri Akal Takht Sahib.